for the Hobart Hurricanes, and Rachel Priest, I think she's just deciding we need to get this game done and dusted. Back-to-back boundaries for Rachel Priest. Partnership between the opening players of the Hobart Hurricanes moves to 55. Ooh. Round the wicket and through. Rachel Priest looking to go one too many times against Amy Satterthwaite. The change of direction has brought about the first wicket for the Melbourne Renegades, and it's the power player of Rachel Priest departing.
One too many sweeps and a well-directed, fuller, quicker delivery from Amy Satterthwaite, changing up the angle and on target. She will be pleased with that. Gets the win at the end of that over, but it was a big one. A lot of runs scored off that first over from Amy Satterthwaite.
Starlenberg wants to go up and over, and she does exactly that. Over the top of the tallest player in the WBBL. She finds the boundary. It's good footwork again. It's through. Beautifully played by Starlenberg. She's really into her innings now. I've seen that shot on a number of occasions today. And another misfield, that leads to a boundary. This occasion it was McKinley Blows not being able to tidy things up, and that's really probably just indicative of how the Melbourne Renegades have gone about things so far today. And caught well. Sweeps firmly forward of square. Wonderful manipulation of the field from Starlenberg. The end of Molly Strano's over.
And with that boundary.
Shoulder wriggling from Corinne Hall. Matthews, she wants to get this over with very quickly. Back to the hub for her, she says. That is a very nicely executed shot.
Yeah, it all counts too. Net run rate, you're so close to the winning total now. You need to be looking to finish at this over against the leg spinner in Wareham. A couple of hits will do it. Great batting there from Hayley Matthews. She's so good to watch when she's in form.
And he's happy to take the quick single after the boundary. So scores now level here at Blacktown International. I'll just clarify that because we've got 82 on the scoreboard here at Blacktown International, which would mean that the Hobart Hurricanes have actually gone past the total required. And just a confirmation there from the match referees that is the conclusion of the game. The Hobart Hurricanes chasing down the Melbourne Renegades. Very modest total of 81 runs with a lot of overs to spare. Just 12.3 overs needed for the win. The Hobart Hurricanes chalk up their first win against the Melbourne Renegades in 5 occasions, and also their first win of WBBL 06. Meanwhile, smiles around for the Hobart Hurricanes. They've got the points here today at the Blacktown International Sports Park. As we have a look at the batting card for the Hobart Hurricanes, Rachel Priest was great right from the first over. Back-to-back boundaries against Rosemary Mayer got her innings underway. 34 from 33 deliveries. She'll be disappointed because she just hit Amy Satterthwaite for a boundary, and Satterthwaite changed the angle of the delivery and got her New Zealand counterpart out for 34. Starlenberg, fantastic knock for her. 35 not out of 38 deliveries, and Hayley Matthews helping to see the Hobart Hurricanes over the line. And with the ball, Amy Satterthwaite turned to all her frontline bowlers. Unfortunately, there is an injury to Maitland Brown. She did not take the park, so she couldn't use her expertise. Satterthwaite with the only wicket, that of Rachel Priest. Get up. Get up. Tonight.
Yes, welcome back to Blacktown International Sports Park here in Sydney, where the WBBL action continues this evening. It is the Brisbane Heat taking on the Sydney Sixers. Alex Blackwell really looking forward to this one tonight. What is interesting, though, is that the Brisbane Heat, they have dominated the Sixers in recent occasions. In fact, you've got to go back to late 2018 for the last time the Sixers won this battle.
Yeah, it's a really interesting head-to-head. Out of the 11 times they've met, the Brisbane Heat have taken 7 wins, so they will not be shying away from the Sydney Sixers. They are defending champions and they've beaten the Sixers in finals before, so they'll take a lot of confidence out of that, even here on home turf, really, for the Sydney Sixers.
All right, well, a short time ago, Elise Perry won the toss and she elected to have a bat first, the first time we've seen that so far in this competition. Perhaps she learned a few things from the Thunder's win earlier.
Yeah, I think Elise would have been watching the earlier match. She knows this ground, former New South Wales breaker. It's a low wicket and it's been getting lower throughout the day. I think also it suits the Sydney Sixers because Elise Perry likes to set the pace of the innings. And I think runs on the board will be difficult for the Brisbane Heat on a slow wicket.
All right, well, the Sixers are chasing a third win in a row after wins over the Renegades and the Strikers. Both of those were rain-affected games, but it was Elisa Healy that absolutely dominated. Elise Perry not doing too bad either in her return from injury.
Well, not too many other batters are getting a go. Elisa Healy's taking it on, a 60 off 31 balls in the last encounter.
Ash Gardner pretty good as well.
Absolutely, 20 off 8. Yep. You know, some firepower there for the Sydney Sixers. We know that they're very dangerous. I think they'll be looking forward to playing a full 20 overs because they've had so many rain-affected games.
Well, as for their attack, Stella Campbell's been really impressive. 3 wickets against the Renegades. She's also just finished her Year 12 exams, but that hasn't been a distraction because she's been in fantastic touch.
I think Stella is using the cricket pitch as a bit of an outlet from her HSC. She's performing beautifully and it's wonderful to see Benny Sawyer as her coach just letting her bowl quick. She seems really relaxed, tall at the crease. She's a wonderful talent and I'm really pleased to see her performing for the Sixers.
All right, well, as for the Heat, they started the season really strongly, stunning the Scorchers, but since then hasn't quite gone their way, brought back down to earth by the Thunder. Again, that game was rain affected, so haven't seen really, again, just what this side is capable of.
Well, Grace Harris in the opening game, a wonderful 50 in quick time. The Heat really dominated the Scorchers. Plenty of balls left in that effort as well. So, comfortable win. But it's been a little while since that opportunity. So, I think today they'll be wanting to get another win on the board.
Yeah, can't wait to see what Grace Harris has in store. 53 off 37 in that game. She's done a lot of work in the off-season and you can tell she's really matured as a batter so far from what we've seen.
Well, she does what she always does, and that's hit the ball a long way. The sound off her bat. She's an incredibly great batter to watch, very entertaining. So her sister as well, Laura Cummins, both of them fell to stumpings in their last effort, so they'll want to do better than that.
All right, cannot wait for this one to get underway. The first ball, not too far away. It's up to you, Mel Jones in commentary.
Thanks, Blast team, and Megan Barnard and Alex Blackwell getting us ready for this clash between the Brisbane Heat and the Sydney Sixers, WBBL 04 finalists. As we have a look at the batting lineup for the Sydney Sixers this evening, it is a solid and consistent batting lineup. Healy and Perry at the top of the order. Gardner, who's had a magnificent breakout season with the Australian team. Erin Burns pushes up to 4. The overseas internationals in Cap and Dane van Niekerk. Reeks Angela coming back from the Sydney Thunder. Griffith, the youngest ever debutant in the WBBL, and Hayley Silver-Holmes. Jodie Hicks, who's fielding is the reason most of the time she's been picked, and she gives the Sixers a lot of saved runs. And Stella Campbell, Alex Blackwell's just chatting about her, the pace off the wicket is very entertaining. On the flip side, the Brisbane Heat, one change for them. Georgia Vole makes her debut. The youngster had a wonderful under-18 national championships last summer, averaged 34 with the bat and averaged 13 with the ball, taking 12 wickets. At the top of the order, we've got the power of Harris and Jess Jonathan, Laura Cummins, Amelia Kerr, the leg-spinning all-rounder, joined by Maddie Green, her New Zealand teammate, Georgia Redmayne, Delissa Cummins. Nadine de Klerk debuted the other day, the South African, fielded exceptionally well, took a blinding catch on the boundary. Georgia Presswitz and Nicola Hancock with some out-and-out pace. So options galore for Jess Jonathan. She's got pace to work with. She's got spin options, both finger spin and leg spin. She's got some medium paces as well, and she's going to turn to Georgia Prestwich to start things off here at Blacktown International. Lights are on, still a little bit of natural light around. Prestwich to Perry. In the air, through the hands, a chance, the very first ball of the match, and it's been put down.
Perry on 0, dropped. How costly is that going to be for the Brisbane Heat? Georgia Prestwich, she's been impressive so far. She bowls with good pace, provided some width for Perry to punish that ball, but uppish shot through to point, and unfortunately Laura Cummins not able to hang on to that one.
So often we're used to seeing Jess Jonathan at backward point. It's the area that she patrols. Laura Cummins. We've spoken a little bit about the lights here at Blacktown International, getting used to it. Nicely played. So a wicket opportunity, the first ball, the second ball with Healy on strike. And is well placed to the boundary.
That hurts, doesn't it, for the bowler? Should have been 1 for none. And now it's none for 5 after 2. I've been impressed with Prestwich. She's taking on more and more responsibility, taking the new ball, bowling to 2 of the best batters in the world. What an opportunity for her. Nearly getting one of the best batters in Perry out with her first delivery.
Strays onto the pads as protection at mid-wicket. It hurts, doesn't it? Because you know against a side like the Sixers how much that they can punish you. It was a year ago, plus 1 day, that these two put on 199 over at the Wacker.
To me that Elise Perry's taking a sort of off-stump guard. I haven't seen that a lot from her. I think on this low, slow wicket, a little bit of in-swing there from Prestwich as well. Perhaps looking to target straight and slightly on that on-drive, as opposed to getting too much width to hit through the offside. Working off her pads beautifully there, Elise Perry.
So even though the 2 right-handers opening up for Sydney Sixers, there's still quite a bit of field changes because they're both 2 different styles of players. So Nadine de Klerk has already, I think she's probably already covered about a kilometre, running from 3rd to the deep cover boundary. Well, it's a pull shot to the offside boundary.
Not many people in world cricket can do that. I was just remarking on the field sets. A lot more defensive for Healy.
None for 11 off the first over. Let's have a look at this. Got on the back foot. It's really a slap over the offside. Looked a shape to pull and then went, nah, it's too wide. Let's just get the hands through the ball.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Mel, her ability to transfer her weight back into the shot. So she wasn't committed on that back foot.